your understanding that the Tamil Nadu Education Minister, in fact, has reached the location where the school was vandalized. My colleague Ritu, in fact, is now joining us from the Kallakurichi district. Remember, she's joining us from outside the school. There is Section 144 in place as well. Ritu, could you first talk to us what really is happening as far as the school premises are concerned? Okay, we'll try and re-establish that connection with my colleague Ritu. But as I said, a lot of parallel developments also now taking place. The family is claiming there is foul play. Now, what we heard from the Madras High Court is very, very important. They have gone on to say that there will be another autopsy that can be conducted. What we're also understanding as far as this second autopsy is concerned, the father of the student, the lawyer, can be present as well. This entire process will be videographed as well. But first, let's understand what's happening at the school premises in the district. I believe Ritu is now back with us. So Ritu, we are seeing a lot of political movement as well. Could you first talk to us about what you're seeing around you?
So yes, right now I am inside, in fact, the school premises of this residential school where this whole violence erupted on Sunday, and in the visuals you can see the level of damage that has been made to the whole premises, this complete building that you're seeing in the visual. In fact, the windows being smacked after the stones were being pelted. The building was set on a fire which is almost being burnt over there. So as I keep moving, you will only see the level of damage that has been caused on the premises. So there's a huge damage, of course, no doubt. And also on the right hand side of mine, you can see the school buses that were all been set on fire. So as we learnt, almost 17 school buses were being torched. So you see them all there, right there in the visuals, which are all being parked there. So the huge damage, of course, you see the trees that are being cut over here and there. Almost, the half of the trees are also being burnt. So whether you turn right or left, there is only the damage that gets intensified. As I keep moving, also the damage is more on the premises. And on the left hand side of mine, you see these vehicles that were parked here. These were almost 32 two-wheelers of the police personals were being parked inside when the protest erupted. So from one side of the campus, when the police entered the premises and parked their vehicles, and when the violence erupted, these protesters set the police personals vehicles also on and fire. So these are the visuals that we are bringing to you, that how the protesters vandalized and burnt most of the vehicles and hurled stones also on the building. So that's what is on the ground. But meanwhile, the Education Minister of Tamil Nadu, Anil Mahesh, is on ground right now taking a stock of the damage that has been made on the premises. Is also been accompanied by the PWD officials. So they are here to take a stock of the damage and are understanding what exactly happened, what are the level of damage that has taken place on the ground. But this is something that we are bringing to you, that how the whole premises was being vandalized, the whole campus was set on fire. So there's a huge damage. Whether you see the four-wheelers or two-wheelers, it's all on fire. So the protest that took place in the three manner, if I have to say. So one is from the left-hand side of the premises, where one set of the protesters came in and they started pelting the stone. And from the right-hand side of this premises, another 150 protesters, as we are learning on ground, came on two-wheelers, and they are the ones who were mainly part of, as it is alleged, that they were mainly part of the vandalism and to set most of the properties of the premises on fire. But of course, the principal cabin also of this school was also been vandalized. You see whether it is the water purification, the benches, the chairs, the books have all turned into the ashes now. So there's a huge destruction that has happened on the ground. So the violence was, of course, on Sunday in a very big manner, but it was difficult for police to control. To tell you another bit of what the story that I have learned on a ground is also that few police personals were also very much angry of what happened, because almost, as said, 32 police personals have parked their vehicles here under this shelter, and their vehicles were also being burned. So they had a lot of documents that were being kept into their vehicles. So their documents too were being burnt. And in fact, most of the schools, now the school officials also say that most of the students' certificates that were on the campus were also being burnt. So the parents are, in fact, few of them are coming on the campus to see, and they are also learning of what has happened and when the school will reopen. But the education minister is yet to tell of what will be the further the action from the school side, or what the government will have to take as well. So that is something that we will have to wait and watch, Pat.
So Ritu, as you were showing us around in those visuals that everything has been damaged from two-wheelers to other property as far as the school is concerned, there are some key arrests that have been made as well. Now we are understanding the school principal, the math teacher, the chemistry teacher, along with over 190 plus others. They've been arrested as well in connection with the violence. Could you first talk to us about what has been the narrative as far as the school authorities are concerned?
So, what the school authority is saying when this 17-year-old girl dead by the suicide, the school is saying that you track the phone and see what kind of the conversation the mother and the daughter had, or for that matter, the girl herself had it with the family before even coming to one-sided judgment. So that's what the officials had to say. Now they're also saying that whatever has happened, the investigation is also on and things are also clear. We are coordinating with the police. We are also coordinating with CID as well to put out what all they have it from their side. So this is with the investigation that is ongoing, but of course you have the family of the girl on the other side who are very much angry about this whole, and they are saying that there was a foul game, and of course there's more to the death is what the family is alleging against the school. But as the school, the girl in fact left the death letter while committing the suicide, has named, saying the two teachers had actually pressured her because of her poor performance, and there was a lot that she was also undergoing mentally. So now this is something that will have to that will come out in the investigation only to understand, or to in fact by tracking the calls that the girl had with anyone, or for that matter by the well, during the investigation the official speaking to the friends and the family members. So these things will only come out then clear, but of course the family who has asked for the re-postmortem is something that will be underway, is what we are learning on the ground, because that is what the family's demand was. So to understand what exactly went wrong.
True. Ritu, I'll just request you to stay on with us. Our colleague Purnima Murli is also now joining us on the broadcast. Purnima, taking on from what Ritu was saying, of course, the big demand has been for a second autopsy, which was ordered by the Madras High Court as well. So one I want to understand is that second autopsy already underway, because as the court ordered, the lawyer and the father can be present. So do we have any more details as far as the second autopsy is concerned?
Well, the postmortem report will be conducted. The postmortem will be conducted today. The entire process will be videographed. Remember, the judge had requested the family to ensure that after the postmortem is conducted, they collect their daughter's body and the funeral rites take place without creating further trouble. Late last Wednesday, in fact, the girl's postmortem was completed, but the family refused to collect the body till now, saying that the autopsy report has in fact not highlighted the truth, and that there were multiple injury marks on the body of the girl, and they were also they also raised suspicion over the timing of the death of the girl, and they said that the school did not even tell them that the girl had passed away. They maintained that she was injured, and the suicide note also points out that two of the teachers had harassed her, but no action was taken. So today the postmortem will be conducted. The father and the advocate can also join. The entire thing will be videographed, and the last rites will also take place once the postmortem is complete. So anytime today the postmortem will be conducted. Anytime later this evening is what sources tell us at this point in time.
Okay, Purnima and Ritu, we'll leave that conversation there. This of course is a story that we'll keep tracking very, very closely.